Hi, my name's Paige. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my second ever bullet journal video. For the month of November, I decided I wanted to go with The House in the Cerulean Sea as my inspiration. This is a book that I am reading with the Page Turner Book Club this month in November, and I am going to be a part of their live show at the end of November. And I am so excited for them to read this book. I am excited to reread this book because this is probably my favorite book of the year. I would not say that I'm an artist, but I have grown up just liking to draw. I like to recreate drawings that I think look really nice. It's not something that I do regularly, but I've always been semi-okay at drawing things based on the pictures that I see. So I just went ahead and tried to copy the front cover as best as I could. Some parts were a little too tricky for me, so I had to modify it a little bit so that I could actually draw it, but I think it turned out really cute. For the materials that I used, I think they're called the Micron fine liners, and I am also using the Tombow dual-sided brush pens things. I'm not entirely sure. I got them off of Amazon based on what was recommended for bullet journaling and what I've seen other people use, and they work perfectly fine. I really enjoyed using them. I considered using watercolor, but I don't know how to use watercolor, so I didn't want to turn this into a giant mess. And also, this Amazon bullet journal is not the greatest quality. The colors do bleed through, and I was really worried that if I used watercolor, it would bleed through so bad. So I just stuck with these pens and these markers. So if you have not read this book yet, I would like to try and entice you to read it with us this month. It is about a man named Linus, and he is a by-the-books sort of man. He has been in the same job for many, many years. He's very much stuck where he is, and he thinks that he's happy. He thinks that he's content, and part of his job is to go to different orphanages and make sure that they are running to the standard that his company expects of them. And because he is so by the book, one day he gets the opportunity to go to this island where there is this secret orphanage that he has never heard about, and he is there to find out if these children will really bring about the end of the world. And these children that he is given cases for, he finds out that they are the most dangerous monsters in all of the world, and they could bring about destruction. So he goes in very fearful and does not know what to expect. He thinks that these children are really going to be evil little monsters, but he ends up meeting them and getting to know them and getting to know the orphanage caretaker, whose name is Arthur. And he sees the way that these children and Arthur work together, and the story is really about not believing the first impressions that you have of somebody, not going in with so many expectations, and really getting out of your comfort zone, finding who you are, accepting yourself, and trying things that scare you a little bit, and finding family along the way. And I think it is so beautiful. I absolutely love this book. And it is just a warm hug. If you need something to make you feel good, if you want a book that will make you cry over buttons, this is a story that just has so much heart in it, so much family and love, and I think that TJ Klune really gets children right. It is one book where I think that the kids just feel like kids and the adults are silly and funny, and the things that happen just kind of make you go, oh my goodness, this is so cheesy but so heartfelt, and I absolutely love it. So I decided to continue with using this page called Ideas and Things that I used in the last bullet journal video that I had. I liked having a spot to write down some other ideas. I do have a note in my notes app on my phone to jot down some video ideas, but it's nice to have it written on paper so I can check off if I filmed it or what date I want to get everything done. And I don't post enough on Instagram. I just am so bad about doing that, so I keep putting an Instagram box so I can put ideas down that I might want to post on Instagram, but then I never do. So it's there to subtly encourage me to maybe try posting on Instagram a little bit more. And then just a random box in case I have some random ideas for other stuff to do. That was empty in October's box though. I didn't use the random or the Instagram box last month, so we'll see if I do this month. But for this page, I decided to go with a garden theme. It has some dahlia flowers, some calla lilies, a regular lily that had some bleed through of the colors, so I just colored it purple. And then some gardening tools. and this is inspired by one of the characters, but I don't want to give too much away for the story, so you would have to read and find out which character this is inspired by. Then moving on to the book club side, I decided to add a page for the book club since I am joining them on the live stream, and I kind of want to be semi-cohesive when I am speaking with them all because they are so amazing at expressing their thoughts and ideas, and I am a jumbled mess who has to repeat things 15 times before I am happy with what I said. So I made a little box for almost every character that we meet in the books just so I could write down what I think about them, some quotes that they might say, anything that I like about them. And there are some characters that are my absolute favorites, but I will not spoil that for you right now. If you have read this book though, please comment down below who is your favorite character and why do you love them so much. I would really, really, really love to know. They are all so precious though, it's very hard to choose. So on this page, I just have some small little decorations, a broken seashell, some buttons, a dried up leaf, some coins, and a cracked record. So I really didn't like how that record turned out, so I actually tried to erase a little bit of it because the white lines were not working for me. But then I moved on to the habits tracker, and I wasn't sure if I would actually want to have a habits tracker last month. I didn't really use it for everything, but I did put 6 spaces that I could track some habits. The 2 at the bottom I am leaving blank because I have some ideas that I would like to track, but they are not things that I would really want people seeing, I guess. I don't know, more private things that I would want to track just about my personal life. But I had a really fun time making this habits tracker page. I did not expect to enjoy coloring this much. It took forever to do this page. Actually, the whole journal took a very long time this month. I think it took me 3 hours total to sketch everything out, and then about 2.5 hours to color everything in. My camera died quite a few times, but I was listening along to Michelle Obama's Becoming, and I was really enjoying myself. I don't know where it is, but there's one point that I'm actually crying while coloring everything in because it was a really sad part that I got to, and it probably sounded very hilarious, but I am not going to insert that audio. But I am doing this page based off of like a island forest, and it is significant to one of the characters. I didn't know quite the way that the forest would look, so I just looked up some images on Google and then just kind of threw things together. The green on the trees is supposed to be like very mossy and just a bunch of plants that I don't know the name of, and I'm probably not drawing them correctly, but I think it turned out really, really pretty. I really enjoyed it, and maybe I will actually use the habit tracker because I kind of didn't use it very much last month. I'm not good at this bullet journal thing. Being consistent with it is hard for me, but I still had fun. Also, I don't know how to do calligraphy, so I just tried to copy it based on some fonts that I downloaded, and I was a little shaky with my writing, but it's there. It's a thing. For my budgeting for book side, I just did exactly what I did last month with what date I would have purchased, the book titles, and how much it is. And then behind it, there's a little bit of a poem that is also significant to another character, and a typewriter. And I just wanted to keep this one simple because the last page was very intense with how much drawing I was doing. But these little keyboard keys, that's the word. Keyboard buttons. I don't know how to speak English, I guess. those took a while to do the little squares and not make it a jaggedy mess, and then all the letters, but it was still pretty fun to do. I feel like I'm very bad at this voiceover, so let me know if you would rather just watch it to music, because I don't know what to say. I'm trying to be helpful in my commenting, but I don't know. Okay, moving on. We are on the wrap-up side, and for this one, I kept it the same as how I had it last month. If you want to check that out, maybe I linked it in the cards, maybe I didn't, who knows? But I just have the title of the books and the rating that I gave it, possibly. I don't think I really used it last month either. But for this page, I went with some luggage and a little bell, desk bell, is that what they're called? Bellhop bells? I'm not sure, but it's significant to another character. And yes, you need to read the book to find out who. And if you know who each page is for, comment down below and tell me how you think I did representing each of them. Moving on to the last page, I decided that I needed to have a 6th page? Is this my 6th page or my 7th? I'm not even sure at this point. But I didn't have a great idea for what I was going to do for this last one, and I decided to just put a quotes page. I've seen people do that before. Who knows if I'll use this? I might not. But I do really love this book, and I figured if there are some quotes that stick out to me the second time I read it, I would like to jot them down here. And this page has a record music theme. And I had a very hard time drawing circles, and I didn't really have anything to measure them off of? Trace them. I didn't have anything to trace them with, that's the word. And so it just turned out into a wobbly mess, but I think you can tell what they are, hopefully. But if you know who this character is, let me know. I couldn't really think of anything else to add that wouldn't have been such a dead giveaway for who this was, but I think it still turned out very cute. But here is the journal and my flip through. I'm sorry if this is not the best editing, but I don't really know how to do this yet. I think the cover page is definitely my favorite, and I am very excited to write down some things for the book club. So I will just let you watch these last few clips, and I will see you later, I guess. Goodbye.